folks. Guys, I am on the way to a phantom recall. If you guys see here in the video below, this was technically a no AC call from an existing customer. Guys, this customer had an AC unit less than 10 years old. I think this unit was about like 4 or 5 years old. We came out for the maintenance, I believe, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and everything was working fine. But this customer called actually less than a month ago, and she said that the AC wasn't working. We got out there. This is an R410A unit, and the unit was flat on charge. And guys, I pressurized it up to like 300, 350. I had it sit for like 20 minutes, and the pressure's held. So I just pulled the vacuum and added charge. And guys, this customer called back last night. I think yesterday and today it's going to be like almost 90. This customer called yesterday and said that the thermostat went up to 80, and she said that the outside unit was running and the fan was blowing, but the air is just, it's not cold, it's like lukewarm. So guys, I already know what that means. This time I got more nitrogen. Guys, I'm going to pressure test this unit until the cows come home. Guys, I'm almost there now. I'll see y'all when I get inside. All right, guys, we are at the scene of the crime, and I just turned the unit off. Inside, the supply was like 79 degrees. Everything is running, and as you see here, 410A, 2.5 ton Heil condenser X18. So this thing is about what, 1920? Oh, this thing is about 7 years old. Okay. And guys, when I turned this on, my low side was at like 60 and my high side was like 190. So this thing is obviously undercharged again, and after verifying that everything was fully charged about a month ago, this definitely tells me we have a leak somewhere. But not to worry, we got our nitro. We're going to fill this bad boy up to at least 500. I'm going to say 600 as my plan B, but let's fill this up to 500. And I'm going to take the door off the evap coil downstairs too. But let me get this hooked up. I'll be back. All right. We have this thing up to 500. And I got soap bubbles over my valves. And there was only 2 brazed joints out here. No sounds. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, guys. I thought I heard a hissing sound out here. It's been about 2 minutes. Once again, I checked my valves. None of my U-bends are leaking. Let me go inside. I'm gonna take the door off the evap. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. This is my evap, and I'm not getting any sounds or bubbles down here either. I'm gonna go up to 600 PSI. For sure. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. No, that's just insulation. Alright, let me fill this up to 600. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I have it up to 600. And looky what I found. Interesting. All right, let me look more into this. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I had to take everything out and take my motor out. And look at this. This is just how weird it is. And the old saying is true. You learn something new every day in this trade. I took the panel out and look, no leaks. Look at my gauge. I'm at 595 PSI. Once I fill this thing up to 600, that's when this U-bend. It's going to come alive. See that? Yeah, they got the family out here today. All right, guys. I don't know if this is leaking from the copper or from inside the fin here. Guys, let me clean this up and figure out exactly where it's coming from. I got a feeling it's actually coming from the other side of the U-bend. But let me get to the bottom of this. I'll be back. All right, guys, look at this. Let me turn my light on so y'all can see here. Hold on. If I had to put money on this, this looks like an aluminum joint. See, it's actually coming from that end. And on the other side, everything is dry. But, see that? From here, everything's good. This is the braze joint. But this looks like aluminum weld. But I got both items with me. I got brazen rods and aluminum rods. But worst case, if this doesn't work, we're gonna need a new condenser coil. But tell you what, I gotta get my sandpaper. I'm gonna clean this up and we're gonna try to hit that with the aluminum rod. Never seen one leak from this area before. And the fact that this only comes up at 600 is wild. Alright. Let's get to it. I'll be back. Alright, guys. Now, we pressure test and we see if this thing holds. But I got a feeling I may have to go back to the supply house. I might be out of nitro. But let me cool the joints down. I'll be right back. And I thought I can get lucky. I'm 100 PSI too short. Alright guys, I gotta go to the supply house for more nitro. I'll be back. Alright guys, real quick, before I go, I didn't use, I kinda had a rookie mistake here. I didn't use my aluminum rods. Guys, these aluminum rods are only for micro channel coils. This is copper tube aluminum fin, so I ended up using a brazen rod and that sealed the joint. But these are also great to keep on the truck too, just for those micro channel coils. I think York and Coleman has micro channel condensers and heat pump coils. Just keep this in the truck. But let's rock out. I'll be back. Alright guys, we are back in the saddle. Right now I have it up to 600. And that is what I brazed. And it was bubbling instantly at 600. I'm gonna let this thing sit for like 20 minutes. In the meantime, while I got everything open, I'm gonna take this opportunity to check every single U-bend out here to make sure that
This is the only joint leaking. And also I'm gonna go downstairs and check the evap coil one more time. But from experience, I mean, every leak, anything could leak with copper, but most of the time, out of every 10 leak checks, most of the time, it's on the high side of the system. Now, guys, I don't know the theory behind this. Maybe the discharge pressure, you know, once pressure goes up, temperature goes up, and once you got an excess amount of temperature, plus the ambient temperature getting warmer, maybe after a while, that wear and tear could spring open a leak. But, guys, I may, knock on wood, I haven't seen the evac coil leaking like probably like 3 years. Every single leak check I did was actually outside. And you guys already seen a few leak checks I did on video last year. I think one of the caps was leaking. But guys, yeah, I mean, you always want to take your time and double check. You don't want to just go straight to the condenser, even though this is the easiest location to check first. For one, always make sure you got enough pressure in the system and take your time. Check your valves, check the brazed joints, check the U-bends, check the compressor joints, check for any oil spots, either inside or outside. And also do the same thing inside. Check the filter dryer. Like I said, go through your checklist. Don't get fixated on a certain area. And like I said, guys, this isn't something that I heard. I can only see at 600. So this is one of these leaks where, like I said, guys, if you're not patient enough, this could come back and cause a bigger issue. But I'm glad this is like in an easier than normal location. I didn't have to pry open the fins. This is like right here. So she's holding up. But all right, let me clean up some space and I'm gonna go inside, check the evap, and I'll be right back. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, I got done pulling the vacuum. I got a 20-degree split downstairs. My suction pressure is a little higher than normal, but guys, remember inside is like 80 degrees. So in due time, the suction pressure is definitely going to drop. I tried holding down the coil, but the hose spigot doesn't work out here, and that's the closest one to this unit. But guys, there you have it. I gotta clean up and I gotta get to another call. There you have it. This was a recall, AC leak. We filled it up to 500, we got nothing. We actually had to fill it up to 600 with nitrogen, and we actually still didn't even hear the sound. With 600, we sprayed our indoor coil, no sounds, no bubbles. We came out here, we sprayed our U-bends, and sure enough, one of the U-bends, we found the leak, we fixed it. We pressurized it again, and the system held pressure. And guys, we're good to go here. But today is the start of a busy day. I gotta roll out. There you have it. Peace out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.